In this exercise we are going to introduce the concept of impossible objects. In this case we are watching the work of Óscar Reutersvard, which is a Swedish artist, which as he was extremely young, basically a child in school, he already started inventing these kinds of beautiful impossible objects, playing with the axonometrical perspective. This is of course one of the most important masters of this kind of art, which is op art, and at the same time those impossible objects. This is Escher in one of his wonderful engravings. What we are going to try to do in this activity is holding one of these three objects available, which are on one hand we have what is called the impossible triangles, the impossible polygons, in this case a triangle, which is, as you can see, playing with the idea of convex and concave, making the object almost as dizzy as an illness. Here we have the impossible stairs. These both, as you can see, they are all the time going upwards, which is of course impossible. And here we have the cube triangle, which is as beautiful as simplistic. Here we have that star in the middle, those cubes which are clearly going at the left side, then they turn to the right, but suddenly it turns out they are also going upwards, which is of course against the laws of this kind of perspective, since this one seems to be higher than that other. It turns out this specific object can be interpreted and can be simulated in a 3D real space, as you can see here, but of course there is a trick to it. As we already saw, this one goes to the left, that string goes to the right, but then of course that cannot be above the first cube. In fact it doesn't, and it goes down, but due to the way this axonometrical perspective is conceived, we can get this cube, which is the key, the clue to all of this. We have separated those faces. We have decomposed this cube into two separated locations, two separated places, but as we put the camera in this specific position, everything gets together and it gives the impression that all those cubes are in this impossible configuration.